Warriors, today I am bringing you the 8 laws of anxiety recovery. Dennis, how in the world did you come up with these laws? Well, it's through analyzing anxiety recoverer after anxiety recoverer. Okay, there are certain things that they do, traits that they adopt, or traits that they've already had within them that they have applied towards their healing over anxiety and therefore have gotten themselves to a much better place in their lives. So we have to understand that anxiety recovery is no accident. People do things in certain ways at certain times that bring them freedom. So let's understand anxiety is no accident, all right? These laws must be adopted if you truly want to become more than anxiety warrior, all right? So let's get into the first one. The first law is the law of optimism. The law of optimism. Without optimism, what do you have? There's a lot of people that I begin working with that are highly pessimistic. They use the word but all the time. You know, I had that great moment of progress, but I know I'm just going to go backwards again. I know what you're telling me is true, Dennis, but my mind keeps telling me that I can't. I'm so sick of the buts. We have to get to a place where we begin to train in and condition ourselves to be optimistic on this journey. Because the truth is that optimism itself, without any skill sets or even the right mindset, can take you to a place where you can, in a moment, switch on a new perspective. And when you switch on a new perspective over a certain situation on the outside or a symptom on the inside, what starts to happen? You change the meaning of that thing. And when you can change the meaning of that thing consistently, it is now ingrained. And when it's ingrained, you begin to change your emotional state in that moment. Boom. So, the law of optimism. Do you have it or must you adopt it, warrior? Number 2 is the law of reframing. And when I'm talking about reframing, I'm literally talking about the spine of who I am and how I teach and how I help people recover from anxiety. Reframing. Reframing can be mental reframing. So you got to get really good at mental and cognitive reframing. And when I'm talking about cognitive reframing, I'm talking about using words such as or, right? You know, like this symptom of anxiety is quite debilitating in this moment. It could easily take me towards distress and who knows, even death. Or this symptom of anxiety is related to the inner wounded child within me that's trying to get my conscious mind's attention so that I can help the child provide safety instead of the child seeing this moment as a threat. I don't care how you use your ors or how you use your buts in a positive manner, right? Where I use a but and I say, this situation is highly distressing. I better not stay here long, but the only way for me to overcome anxiety is during moments of anxiety, so this is an opportunity for me. Reframing is one of those really important laws. And if you're not good at reframing, sorry to say, you're going to be addicted to suffering for the rest of your life. Number 3 is the law of momentum. Warrior, if you're not paying attention to your daily wins, and if you're not progressing in the right direction each and every day towards this greater version of you, then you have no momentum. If you have no momentum, then what's going to happen is you're going to fall for it. You're going to fall for the limiting ideas in your head. You're going to fall for the symptoms of anxiety. You're going to fall for external situations that you think are distressing. You must have momentum. Because when you have momentum, let's say you get up in the morning and it's a great morning, you did the right things, and you're going about the day, and then you're faced with a situation, you are readily available, ready to face that situation in an empowering manner. So understand the power behind momentum. Law number 4 is the law of clarity. You know what I recommend? Get a little journal and bring it with you all day long, and then boom, when something hits you and you're like, wow, I just had an aha moment. This moment of clarity, this epiphany that I need to write down. Because if I write it down, this idea will be more firmly firmed up in my mind, and the clarity will go from an thought area to a heart area. And I'll start to truly believe in this moment of clarity. So we need to be aware and recognize those moments of clarity as they show up throughout the day. Such an important law, right? Number 5 is relentlessness, the law of relentlessness. Warrior, you don't have to believe that you can change. Nope. All you have to do is be relentless. You have to be relentless in the habits that you're trying to make habits in the morning. You have to be relentless in applying your healing toolkit throughout the day. And you have to be relentless in giving yourself time to calm the nervous system throughout the day and in the evening. These things that you need to do in order for you to get to a place of consciously, I've got to do this, to making it on autopilot, automatic, where you naturally feel like you're in a flow state. When you're in a flow state, you're not fighting, you're not hustling, things just happen to you. It's almost like the less effort you put in, the more you get out of life, right? This is where so many people that have overcome anxiety and have gotten to a place of maintenance are right now. Number 6 is the law of transition. You are in a beautiful transition from being a student to being a teacher. And this is key. If you stay as a student all the time and you learn, but you never take the time to advise other people, then you're not firming up those beautiful ideas and those new habits that are ingrained into you. So you have to make sure that you apply the law of transition, all right? I mean, at some point, you're going to have to begin teaching yourself and acting the part and doing things differently if you want a different result and helping other people. The 7th law is the law of anticipation. Are you anticipating challenges showing up throughout the day? Or do you wake up in the morning and say, I feel so good right now, I hope it sticks around all day, because if it doesn't and anxiety comes back, I don't know how I'm going to deal with that situation. I don't know who I'm going to be. I just don't know. And then all of a sudden you have anxiety again. So you have to wake up in the morning and say, life will give me challenges, especially when I'm in the transition. You notice how that works? How God just provides you more and more stuff that you have to overcome when you begin to heal and you're on the journey and on the path towards someone much greater, right? So anticipate the challenges and therefore you will be ready for them. And the final law is the law of alignment. Let me ask you something. You are vibration. You are frequency. You are energy. So let me ask you, what are you aligned with? Are you aligned with lack? Are you aligned with doubt? Are you aligned with fear? Are you aligned with anger? What are you aligned with right now? People that have the habit of constantly perceiving a situation in a neutral manner or a pleasant manner are aligned with all the good. So we have to understand that because you are energy, you have these components, ways of thinking, what you say, what you do, and what you imagine. These components make up your energy. And so you are vibrating that outwards, and you are bringing more of that into your life. So let me ask you right now, what are you in alignment with? Because the results you're getting are no accident. It all comes down to the law of vibration, which is a separate law, and the law of alignment. Don't worry about those. Focus on alignment right now, all right? So again, the law of optimism, the law of reframing, the law of momentum, the law of clarity, the law of relentlessness, the law of transition, the law of anticipation, and the law of alignment. Watch this video a few times. Share it with someone who needs it today, because there are too many people out there in the world that need this. They need to hear this. And when you begin adopting one of these laws, it's like a chain of events. All of a sudden, I'm feeling pretty good. I want more of this good feeling. Wow, I'm feeling successful. Hey, goodbye fear, right? And all of a sudden you've got this great steady flow in your life. That's where you're going, warrior. Remember that you are more than anxiety. Have a wonderful day. And if you have any questions on the End the Anxiety program, head on over right here.